Hey y'all, I'm back. So this time
Listen to what the people say. They don't know about you and me. Put it out your mind, cause it's jealousy. They don't know about us, baby. I don't listen to what the people say.
so let's get into the video. I just wanted to tell you guys something that I've used in relationships, maybe not fully because clearly they have not worked out, but the method, I'm a strong believer in this method. A lot of my friends and my sister, like, they come to me for relationship advice, you know, because I study psychology and it's something that I'm really into. So this method is something that I created. It is called the control method. The acronym is CTRL. You know that button you push on the left side of your computer screen, control? Yes, that is the name of the method, control method. And I believe it's a great way for you to control the dynamic of your relationship, or a healthy relationship. You know, the way I believe these steps should go is in order. Not saying that one is more important than the next or the other, but before you can get to the last stage, you got to first master the first one. So let me just get right into it. C for control is communication. People think that communication is just talking back and forth, but that's not what communication is. That's not all it entails. You know, there's a difference between communicating and talking. Communicating is understanding how, you know, your partner talks, understanding, you know, what they mean by what they say. You know, it's not just hearing them, but understanding and actually listening to them, and vice versa. You know, it takes two, obviously, so you can't be the only communicator in a conversation. It has to be both parties. So also your partner being able to understand you, how you talk. I've gone through a lot of difficulties in the past because I have dated guys outside of America, and because of our culture differences, it's really hard for us to understand one another. I'll tell you a story about one of my exes. I asked him, "Are you mad?" Like, because he seemed to be like irritated or agitated. So I was like, "Are you mad?" And he took it as, "Are you mad? Like, are you crazy?" You know, in Nigeria, mad means like crazy, I guess. And so meanwhile, I'm asking him, "Are you upset?" And he thinks I'm asking him, "Is he crazy?" That done just turned into a whole argument itself. But communication is so vital in a relationship. Healthy and effective communication, not talking to or at one another, but actually conversing and listening to understand and not to respond. I'm sure you've heard this a million times before, but again, it's listening to understand and not to respond. Okay? And a lot of people have that problem in a relationship. And communication, like I said, is such an underrated step. People think that communicating is so easy, that it's just talking. No, that's not all communication entails. It entails, you know, responding but without attacking, learning how your partner will react to certain words, learn their trigger words, learn, you know, things that make them happy. You know what I mean? Like, for me, simple things make me happy. Simple communication make me smile. Just say I'm pretty. I'm pretty. Like, you know what I mean? But it's all in how you talk to your partner. It's all in how you approach them. You know what I mean? I remember this, my ex, right? I remember I walked into his house and I saw a missing condom, y'all. I walked in the room, and normally where the condoms are kept, it was gone. The whole entire box was gone. I'm like, so you just ran through 3 condoms like that? Like, what? You okay? And so I let it process, let it marinate a little bit, and I was like, okay. Sat him down. I was like, so what happened to the condoms? Like, they were right here. He was like, what? Yeah, there were condoms right here, because you remember, you know. And he was just like, yeah, I was cleaning the room. This is what he said. He said, I was cleaning the room, and I must have misplaced them. Like, I must have moved them somewhere. I was like, okay, no problem. So that means they're still here. No issues, no biggie. Like, in another world, I would have been like, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't. I was like, because I don't know what happened. And if I just let my emotions get the best of me and I escalate the situation and I communicate in an ill manner, it's not going to go anywhere. Our conversation is not going to go anywhere. He's not going to be able to receive it, and that is ineffective communication. So I was just like, I was chill, I was calm. I was like, okay, so that means they're still here. So that means let's just find them. He was like, okay, we're going to find them. And I didn't pressure him. He went to cook or eat, went to play his game. In my head, I was like, well, first of all, I ain't leaving until the condoms is found, sir. We gonna find these condoms. But I didn't say that to him because, no, I did say that. Not like that, but I was just like, okay, so you're gonna, you know, we need to find them. And so he went into the room, he did his due diligence, and he found them. Simple, right? But that could have went a whole nother way, all from communication. You see where I'm getting at with this? The next letter in control is T. T stands for trust. Now, trust in a relationship is vital as well. Before you can get to trust, you have to master communication, if you want to be honest, because you can't fully trust somebody if someone is not open with you. You can't fully trust someone if the person does not know how to talk to you. And a person does not know how to talk to you if you don't allow them to be free to talk to you. So that's where communication also comes into play. Because how do you expect someone to come, or how do you expect your man to be able to tell you, oh, he going out and there's females going to be there, or X, Y, and Z, if every time he talks to you, you make him feel uncomfortable, or you make him feel like he can't tell you certain things because you're going to be jealous, or you're going to feel this type of way. No, communication should be free. It should be free flowing, and he should be able to come tell you things. You should be able to come and tell him things. So with that being said, after communication comes trust. When you're freely open and you can fully communicate with your partner, then you will be able to trust them. And trust is also honesty, if you want to keep it real. After trust, you have R. R stands for respect. Now, I believe that you'll be able to respect one another when you can properly communicate and you can trust your partner. The reason why I say that is because as you're going through trials and ups and downs and X, Y, and Z, whatever you may go through, that's where trust and respect come into play. And you can't really have full respect for your partner if you don't trust your partner. You'll start to move differently because, one, you can't communicate with them. And so because you can't communicate, you know, effectively, they don't trust you, or you don't trust them. You don't trust the information you're going to give them, and they don't trust you because you're not giving them any information because you're not communicating. And now, because there is no trust, how can there be respect? How are you moving appropriately, or how are you giving details if you're not communicating? Not communicating and giving them details is disrespectful, in my opinion, okay? After trust comes respect, and you can't get to respect unless you have that trust. And you can't have that trust unless you communicate. After the R is L. And L stands for love. Me and my sister have this, like, I guess this is where we debate at. This is where we have our differences, is because she feels like love shouldn't be last. Not that it means that it's not as important. Not that it comes. Girl, y'all see this? It's hot. I'm sweating, so I'm gonna take it off. Y'all not finna catch me slipping twice. Though love is last, it's not the least. You know, like I said, me and my sister have this debate all the time. Oh, love shouldn't be last, like it's not the least important. That's not what this is about. It's not saying that love is the last thing that you should do, but it is saying that it should come after. You know what I mean? And I feel like a lot of people skip right from communicating to loving, and that's the problem right there. You guys go from, oh, talking, hey, how you doing, and then not communicating effectively, not communicating the right way, and then y'all go right to loving each other and forget that you still need to be able to trust and respect one another, and think that love comes along with trust and respect. That's not true. Though you can love someone without communicating effectively, you know, people do it all the time. You can love someone without trusting them, and you can love someone without having 100% respect for them. But what kind of relationship is that? You know what I mean? Like, where are you really going if you're not communicating first and foremost. Master one thing before you think that you can move on to the next thing. You know, you don't skip from 1st grade straight to 8th grade. Like, no, you gotta go to 2nd, 3rd, and 4th too, and then the rest of them numbers. Like, you gotta go through it first before you become a master. Effective communication can be beneficial to allowing a relationship to progress and move forward. If you do not know how to talk to your partner in a way that they will receive it, if they can't receive it and you can't have a conversation that ends positively, then you yourself are not going to want to talk either. Neither will he, or neither will she. And so then once you don't want to talk anymore, how are you going to have that trust in the relationship? Or how are you going to have that respect in a relationship if you can't do something as simple as communicate? If y'all know how to talk to one another, you feel me? Dang, y'all could go ahead and love each other. Dang, y'all always want to rush things and get right to the love. Like, come on, chill, relax. It ain't going nowhere. It might. If you rush it, then that's when it goes somewhere. Trust me, I know. That's the quick video on the control method, CTRL: communication, trust, respect, and love. Make sure you master them before you get married. Yeah, before you move on to those next steps. I believe that's the end of the video. Thank y'all for listening and watching. Stay tuned for the next one. I pray that the wind is not making this video shit.